Welcome back to another discussion video, and we're back with more Monster Hunter topic this time around. The dawn of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak is coming up, and the final developer talk will be up in a few days. With Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak ending on June, we can't help but wonder what's the next for Monster Hunter. Are we gonna hear about the next Monster Hunter game in the Summer Game Fest? Personally, I do believe that we're going to hear something about the next Monster Hunter game, since Capcom has done so with the reveal of Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise for the past few years. If they do plan to reveal the next Monster Hunter game, there are a couple of expectations that I have after spending hundreds of hours in both World and Rise, and analyzing which system that I enjoy from both games, and I wish to be brought back in the next Monster Hunter game. So, here are my 5 systems that I wish to be brought back to the next Monster Hunter game, from both Rise and World. Number 1. More detailed environment and more interactions with the surroundings from Monster Hunter World. This honestly is to be expected since we are most probably getting a Monster Hunter game with the next generation console in mind. I really adore the level design and the environment of Monster Hunter World, since it feels that the monsters are part of the environment themselves. And for me, Monster Hunter Rise environment seems a bit bland in comparison. It feels like they are just for the sake of being there. I don't know if any of the other hunters feel the same way like I do, but it would be great if they added more environmental objects that the players and monsters can utilize to their advantage. Once again, making both the players and monsters are part of one big ecosystem. And number 2, this could be controversial. They're turning tracking monsters around the map system. One of the reasons that I feel is lacking in terms of true Monster Hunter experience from Rise is that we do not traverse through the environment enough and track the monsters that we need to hunt. Even though many people would prefer to directly hunt monsters, tracking monsters is also part of the overall Monster Hunter experience, and I don't think that should be removed from the game entirely. I don't find this to be a chore at all, since I will be able to appreciate the surrounding environments while I'm doing the tracking for the monsters. What about you, hunters? Are you part of the players who don't like the tracking system? Or are you the type that actually enjoys just like me? Do let me know in the comment section. And number 3, having a mobility between World and Rise. Let's talk about mobility a little bit. With the introduction of Wirebug, the community is kind of split between those who really enjoy the mobility that is given by the Wirebug, and some who hate the Wirebug and prefer the more grounded Monster Hunter experience. Personally, as a person who really enjoys Monster Hunter Rise, it will be weird for me hunting with all of the mobility, but I do agree that Wirebugs really enabled the air combat and retreating in danger times a bit much, and I don't mind that if these 2 aspects are kinda nerfed. Plus, for some reason, some weapons that really shines on aerial combat, like the Insect Glaive, makes them feel like a bit less special, since all weapons now able to do some aerial combat to a certain extent. Especially Insect Glaive, it feels like a chore weapon because you need to charge all of those buffs from the Kinsects. Also, I don't think they should fully enable the Wirebug system in the next game, and I believe the next Monster Hunter game, they should design the mobility in between World and Rise. Plus, the Wirebugs make us appreciate the environment less because we could just go through almost every single terrain in the map instead of finding that specific path that we need to go through, like Monster Hunter World. Number 4, more gigantic monsters. Once again, I've mentioned this many times in my previous Monster Hunter videos. The peak Monster Hunter experience is when you are fighting those gigantic monsters with their systematic hunts, at least for me. Base Monster Hunter World were lacking in that aspect, but they remedied that in Iceborne, where at the end game, most of the hunts are those gigantic monsters with the systematic hunts. Unfortunately, both Monster Hunter Rise Base and Sunbreak were lacking in this, but I kinda forgive them when they decided to turn Amatsu with its splendor back in Sunbreak as one of the final boss. Kinda a shame, I kinda wanna see more Lao Shanlong, maybe the Lamadur. We can only hope for the next Monster Hunter game, hopefully. At this point, I'm pretty sure though, many of the monsters are already transitioned into Arya Engine assets, so reusing them in the next Monster Hunter game will be a lot less work for the developers. So at this point, they should focus on bringing back all those amazing gigantic monsters that is still stuck on the older system, and they should design a fun system for hunting them that is compatible to the newer generation gaming standard. Other than that, they should also produce more original fun monsters. Geismagorm was a really fun monster to fight. I really hope a new monsters that they produce will be as fun as Geismagorm, along with very nice looking weapons and armors. And speaking of armor, I hope they will bring back the alpha and beta armor sets, since it allows me to come up with so many fashion hunter ideas. Number 5, Engaging in-game loop. One of the very big plus that I can give to Monster Hunter Rise that Monster Hunter Rise managed to capture a pretty good in-game hunting loop, with the afflicted monsters and having the materials obtained from those hunts to further enhance our weapons and armors. This is one of the best Monster Hunter in-game loop in my opinion, and they can move forward with the next Monster Hunter game using this concept. They should leave the decorations to be craftable and charms to be obtained randomly, but if there's something that I would like to improve, probably I would like to incorporate the divine monster system from Generation. At the end game, after hunting endgame monsters, several times you would be given a chance to fight deviant monsters, and materials from these monsters will be used to craft a unique equipment or used to evolve a weapon to its final form or something. And at the same time, you will appreciate these dangerous monsters a lot more since you cannot hunt them all the time, and you want to do your best when you're hunting these monsters. I don't know, it's just my opinion as a fanboy of Monster Hunter series. What do you guys think a perfect endgame loop should be for Monster Hunter games? Do let me know in the comments section as well. And let me add one extra feature that I really want to come back in the next Monster Hunter game. It is something that I really appreciate from Monster Hunter World, which is capturing the wildlife animals and putting them in our rooms. I really love this feature because I just want to cool down from all the action and hunting big monsters and just want to go around in the environment trying to find some rare animals and capturing them and admire them in my room while playing some music and try to plan my next hunting missions that I would like to take. I really hope this system will be back in the next Monster Hunter game. Well, that is all of the main system / mechanics from Rise and World that should be brought back into the next Monster Hunter game. Just like I've said in some of my previous Monster Hunter videos, I'm working on a few Monster Hunter discussion videos at the moment. I'm going to upload this very slowly if we do get an announcement for the next Monster Hunter game in Summer Game Fest, since I want to keep the hype of Monster Hunter all year around. Do you have any mechanics you would like to see from Rise and World to be brought back in the next Monster Hunter game? Do let everyone know in the comment section. Till the next video, stay sharp hunters.
The legend will never die.